All right. Today we're joined by a friend of mine, contract climber and a competition climbing animal, Val Brito. How you doing, brother?
Yo, what up? I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm great. Yeah, enjoying the Sunday. Did some climbing. Now I'm here talking trees with you. So yeah,
Yeah,
great.
dude. Yeah. You're out training with the was it the New York chapter champ?
That's right, dude. Fucking with Ashley. Not so sure of her last name, but yeah, she's uh the new crown New York women's climbing champion. Um,
That's
yeah,
that's
yeah,
epic, dude. So she'll be doing St. Louis this year.
that's right. Well, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure what's going on over there. There's like they're I don't know. They're still I guess deciding if they're gonna send her to represent the New York chapter. Which
Yeah.
is interesting. I don't know how that all plays out, but nothing's set in stone for now, but I would assume so. Yeah, and hopefully she does. She's a wicked climber. Like she's only been climbing for about a year, and watching her move in a tree it was cool. I'm like, no way. Like you're lying to me right now. Like how are you that good?
Yeah. I wonder what the issue is. I know New York's been kind of a I don't know. I've always heard that it's a weird chapter.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, not so sure, but hopefully they figure it out and she gets to climb with everyone else, That was her first second competition. She actually came down and competed in Connecticut a couple of weeks ago. And volunteered in New England and then did all that and went through down at New York and walked away with a W.
that's it.
Um, which is it's all pretty rad. It was her first chapter event. And she walked home with a W. It's all freaking real cool, man.
Yeah, that's sweet. That's sweet. That was Ben's first time competing in the Southern chapter this year, and
What?
yeah,
Really?
man, yeah, he's competed out of chapter and at non-sanctioned events, and then yeah, came in and crushed it.
Yo, that's what's up, bro. That dude is a hidden gem, bro. I've been saying that. I've been freaking yelling that since. Oh man. Yeah, I'm super stoked. That was awesome seeing his name. I was trying to keep up with all the updates on like Facebook and stuff with the prelims and everything, and then I saw his name made the Masters Challenge. I'm
Oh,
like, let's go.
they kept us busy Saturday, man. I mean, they had 42 climbers. I don't think 42 actually showed up. I want to say we were like 35, maybe 35 climbers, and we did all five prelims. I was done by 2 o'clock, I think. So
So,
yeah, we were hauling, we were moving quickly.
yeah, how
Um,
did that feel for you on like as a competitor? Did it feel rushed or was it good?
no, I didn't feel rushed at all. I liked my lineup too. I started in throw line, work climb, ascent, rescue, then belayed. Yeah, it didn't feel rushed.
Good.
Um,
Heck yeah.
and they were crushing it on the volunteer side. Like they for the first time, like they were waiting for us. Like I got done with throw line and I wanted to watch my whole group go through, and they were like, "Hey, like group two, get over to work climb." And I was like, "Dude, like two more of the homies are going through." So that was
Yeah.
pretty rad.
Shout out to the judges, dude. It's you ever notice that when they're doing their thing, each group, I guess also, I mean, depending on like who's running it, they're all kind of like, let's make sure that our group is like gets run the smoothest or the quickest, no hiccups along the way. They're also trying to like perform. Um,
Yeah,
you
they
know.
want to beat the clock too. I've noticed that at Geezers. I want to say, yeah, I was on work climb. I want to say we were the first group to wrap up. Surprisingly, like we were getting our last competitor through, and Jeff was making sure to announce it to everyone that our our crew was
Heck
not
yeah.
only safe and efficient, we were going to finish before them.
Oh yeah, bragging rights, dude. Bragging rights. That's that competitive spirit, bro.
Yeah. Well, cool, brother. We're going to get into this thing. I don't want to take up too much of your Sunday night. I appreciate you coming on. So why don't you tell everyone a little bit about yourself. Like I honestly don't know a whole lot about you either, so this will be fun.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, where you grew up. Like I know you're still pretty young. How old you are?
Sure, yeah. Cool, yeah. A little bit about me. How about oh yeah, I'm Val Brito, contract climber out of Norwalk, Connecticut. Mainly covering, the Northeast. Um, uh, well, I'm 28 years old, tall, brown, and handsome.
Yeah.
uh, um, I love trees. I love tree work. Someone recently
Nice.
was like, someone recently was like, all you do is talk about trees. Do you feel like you're anything else? Do you feel anything else other than trees? I was like, no. Like
Yeah.
that is that's just I mean, dude, I dream about
Well,
this stuff.
yeah, when you're passionate about it, it's just yeah, it's not work.
Oh
Some,
yeah.
yesterday my son was having his birthday party and it was funny. I was been trying to scout out possible sites that Southern could be at in South Carolina. We were down in Aiken at this park and beautiful park, nice trees. And I was telling Lindsay, I was like, hey, like you could throw a really good competition here. She's like, it's your son's birthday. I was like, I know it is, but we're at the park, like,
Yo,
enjoying
for
this.
real, bro. That's me where I mean you can't take me outside to do anything. I'll look at every tree. I'm like, oh, that thing's got a good swing there. Oh, look at that pruning cut,
Yeah,
good or bad, Like
yeah. Like I grew up skateboarding, and it's funny. Like I remember like being in the car, passing spots, like going somewhere with my mom, and I'm like, dude, like that's a sick stair set right there. And now it's like changed. It's trees. I'm like looking at trees. I'm like, dude, that thing wants to be climbed.
yeah, dude. Heck yeah, I
Yeah.
feel that spiritually.
Yeah. So did you grow up in Norwalk?
Yeah, born and raised in Norwalk. This is home and it'll most likely forever be home. I'm a huge fan of the Four Seasons here.
Yeah.
Plus I've got a really big family and this is just where a majority of us are. So it feels good. It just it just feels like home. So
Yeah. Word, dude.
and the trees are freaking awesome. Residential tree care here is it's a treat, that's for sure. Um, so yeah. Uh
Well, how'd you get into tree care? How'd you find it?
so I have a really big family. Everyone's doing like landscaping with like tree work in the mix. My father included. Um, I knew about it since I was a kid, I guess, because I've seen it like on a Saturday or something when I want to go drop off like bacon, egg, and cheeses, or just go hang out with my dad or something, when they're doing tree work. Um, but that was never the plan for me. Like doing tree work I remember showing up to a job site and thinking these guys are crazy, specifically the climber. Like he's crazy. I would never do that. I want nothing to do with this. It freaked me out. It was so intimidating. And I wanted nothing to do. I wanted no parts. Um, so I was, what was I doing? I was playing lacrosse, coaching lacrosse. I was working at a lacrosse store. I thought I was gonna like get it done with lacrosse during this. I think it was like 2019 or 2020. Um, and then around that time, COVID hit, right? 2020, right? Is that when COVID hit?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
COVID hit
The world shut
2020.
down.
Yeah, yeah. Lost my job. I was working in the showroom and coaching lacrosse. Um, so that got shut down. Um, and then I was pretty much like doing nothing and I felt horrible. So I asked I asked my family for a job. Um, and they were like, no. I was like, yeah, I need some work, like get me in this tree stuff. And they were like, no. I was like, oh, that's chill, I guess. But since I had known about it, right? I went and applied to a bunch of like the local spots here, and signed up as a groundsman in like 2021. Um, and and yeah, from then, I mean, I saw people climbing, and I'm like, I want to do that. Um, and yeah, I mean, I wasn't taking no for an answer. So I went and got it. Uh, yeah, we have a local like arbor supply store. Saved up some money, went and bought a hitch climber pulley, a rope wrench, a saddle, a climbing line, zigzag.
Oh, heck
And
yeah.
and I would reach out to all of my friends in the area and go to local parks. And like I would be like, who's got a tree for me to climb? Like I need to practice, you know. Um, like do like there's photos of me climbing my friends' trees with like no PPE on. Like I'm just out here figuring it out, you know. Um, but uh, but yeah, and then ever since then, dude, I've just been like chasing it. Like, I mean, I think you'll know what I mean when like you get hooked onto this thing and you're just going. Like once you get the ball rolling, it's hard to stop. It's very consuming. There's so many different things to
Yeah,
learn. Um,
yeah. There's that like that Malcolm in the Middle, the dad meme. It's like once you do this, there's no turning back. The
yeah,
thing
no, for real,
just
bro.
sucks you
Oh,
in.
yeah, or that or that like the Matrix one. It's like you can take the red pill or the blue pill, right? Like,
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
but dude, I am all in. Um, yeah, I'm having a blast. Um,
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. I didn't realize so like right at around 5 years. Like when
yeah,
did you
yeah.
find competition climbing? How'd you find out about that?
Oh man, I was at this local office at this company that I was working for at the time. I told the dudes I wanted to climb, right? And like I have like an athletic build, like I was, you know, freak I was moving on the ground and I was a groundman at the time. I was like I want to compete like because they mentioned it to me. They gave me this flyer for the Connecticut tree climbing competition. And I'm like I want to do this. And they're like
Oh, sweet. The company you were working for?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And But keep in mind, like I wasn't a climber at the time, but like I had heard about that, and then
So
like it all
Connecticut, is that the non-sanctioned one you were telling me
non
about?
yeah non-ISA yeah it's just our own little thing that we put together. It's you know brings everyone gets everyone together, gets us warmed up before our chapter event. It's usually like a week or two before, no, probably like 2 weeks before our chapter event, and you know gets all the judges warmed up, gets all the athletes warmed up, and you know get rid of all like the kinks, I guess, leading up to our
Yeah.
event. But
Yeah,
yeah, dude,
dude,
so
that's
like,
that's rad.
yeah, so I was like, I don't know, like practicing for 8 months, not really climbing trees, I guess, on a job site, like maybe getting deadwood here and there, like, oh, go get those suckers off the trunk. But I grew up as an athlete. And as soon as I seen competition, I'm like, what? You talking to me? Like, yep. I signed up with like 8 months climbing experience and ripped it. Um, I thought for sure I was gonna show up and smoke these dudes. Like the only tree climbers I was used to seeing were like old dudes, like old school dudes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I thought everybody was. I thought that was tree climbers. Like I thought that to expect that, right? And then I show up and there's Derek Martin, Ryan Torsicolo, Tim Reynolds, Jake Slade, like bouncing through trees. I'm like, what? My brain before that had no idea that we can move through trees the way these guys are moving through trees.
Yeah.
So yeah, I showed up and out of the 20 competitors there, I came in 19th, which was very humbling. Um, and I was hooked ever since then. I had Derek Martin in my group that year.
Oh, heck
So
yeah.
yeah, dude. So watching him operate was like, who is this guy, man? You know, and you know how I mean, that dude is just so majestic, bro. Like in the canopy and out of the canopy, man. I'm just like
Yeah.
glued to this dude. I'm like, I'm trying to be like him, you know?
Dude,
Um,
the first time I met Derek was funny. I was volunteering at maybe it was the 2018 Charlotte. I can't remember. I was volunteering there and I was over on rescue and there was Derek and I was kind of talking with him, just figuring out who he was and he was like, "Yeah, I was on the reserve list. I was on the waiting list, and it's like, I set up the Masters climb as a volunteer, and my name ended up getting drawed for off the waiting list, but I can't do it because you know I helped set up the Masters, and I didn't know him at the time. I was like, oh, okay, like this dude, this guy over here, and that night, I think I went home or I went back to like our Airbnb or something, and I was looking up like YouTube and Instagram, and I was like, oh, like that's the dude. Like, so the next day, he's such a good guy. I talked his ear off like the entire day, just asking him like climbing and rescue questions, and I want to say he was like a tech. So I was like, what would you have done differently? Like, where would that have scored? And awesome guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Amazing climber and good to talk with.
dude, that's one of those things that I love about um the community that we're in as competitors. Um, Everyone's so willing to help each other. Like
Yeah.
I remember that day at that climbing competition, 2022. I was with now a really good friend of mine, Andrew, who's never rope walked with a knee ascender before, who's never rope walked actually. Um, but he had a foot ascender, and he was going to go do the ascent event. He just learned about a rope wrench. So he like tied his hitch, put the rope wrench on, or whatever. But he was planning on doing it with just a foot ascender. He's like, "Yeah, I'll do it." And freaking Derek was like, "Dude, here, take this." Gives him his knee ascender, and you know, he helped him get up that rope.
Yeah.
Um, but
There's
everyone's so
definitely
freaking willing to help.
yeah, there's nothing like it. My wife's been coming to some comps lately, and she was a competitive dancer for a long time, and then started teaching dance. She's a teacher and started going to the dance. Started a dance team there and was going to a bunch of competitions. I'd go with them, and they were rough on each other. Those girls were on the dance teams. And then, but anyway, she came to a comp, and that's what she was like, dude. Like you guys are so nice to each other. You're helping each other. You're talking, cheering on. She's like, this would never happen in a dance team setting. Like even if
Yeah,
you did well, they're not going to admit it.
yeah, yeah. That's brutal. That's no fun, dude.
No, it's
Yeah,
not. That's what's great with our comps. Like
yeah,
we
yeah. Sure,
celebrate victories, and we're pretty good at celebrating the losses as well.
oh yeah, dude. I mean, I like looking at the comps nowadays as like my vacation, like, production and then training outside of that, and then showing up to
Yeah.
competition. I'm
And
like, dude, I'm cool with whatever happens, bro. Like, I'm here with my people having a good old time, you know?
the people you can meet along the way. Like I was
Ooh.
on vacation before Southern, and I was down in Florida. I was in Orlando, and I hit up David Lotes, and he sacrificed a day to come out and train with me. I was like, hey, I'm getting ready for Southern. I've been eating churros all week. Like, I need to get out there and sweat some. And he put me to work. He set up
Heck yeah.
a nice work climb down there and
Dude,
invited a
what are
couple
his trees
people.
like over there?
Live Oaks, dude. You need to get down to Geezers. That's
Facts.
outside of Orlando as well, and just big, beautiful live oaks.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah, I see
got
he trains crazy. He trains all the time,
well,
dude.
dude. He's got permission to climb. There's an abandoned 18-hole golf course down there,
Whoa.
and he's got permission to climb pretty much wherever he wants on that golf course. So we were hanging out at one of the holes. He sent me a pin to one of the trees, and just in that area, you could see plenty of trees. And he was like, "Yeah, this is just one hole. Like we haven't actually adventured everything. Like this one
That's
section's keeping us
insane.
busy."
Dude, what? Man, I need to pull up on that. I need to go check those grounds out.
Yeah, I told him, I was
Yeah.
like, "Bro, like I kind of just want to come down for a weekend, like hit you up on a Friday, barge down, train all day Saturday and Sunday, and then come back up that night."
Yeah. Yeah, training with friends is fun. I've been doing this like lonely endeavor this year. Um, Kind of takes the fun out of it, but hanging with the homies and getting after it, bro, that's what's up.
A little bit. I've done some solo training here recently because contract climbing things fall through. You finish early, so it's kind of hard. Like I've started just doing what you do. I'll record them and then go back and kind of like watch myself, which
Yeah, just shame
it's
yourself. Be like, ew, no, that was an ugly climb. That move was
yeah,
gross. And you're gonna go do that over and over again until it looks good. You know?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard to get hyped on too. I'm sure like skateboarding and probably lacrosse is the same way. Like if your homie goes and throws down something sick, then you're like, I gotta one up that.
Oh
Well, you're
yeah.
stoked on it, but you're also like, I need to one up that. Like,
Yeah.
how can I make that swing bigger? How can I land that limb and just be running?
Yeah. When I when I'm recording myself, look back at it and critique myself, I'm like, what would Earhart do? What would
Mm,
what would Fletcher do? What would Barton Allen Hall do? And
Fletcher,
dude, I'm
send it.
what's up?
Fletcher, send it.
Yeah, dude, for real. But like, I'll go to their Instagrams, and I'll look through their work climbs. Um, they're not the same move. No two trees are the same, right? They're all going to be different climbs, but there are certain approaches to certain moves that can be replicated. So I'll go on my GoPro, go on my GoPro app, look at the film. I'm like, ew, that's not what that's supposed to look like. And then I'll go through these people's Instagrams and their socials, and I'll like screen record it. I know it sounds weird. I'll screen record it and then
Oh,
I'll go to my photo album and then I'll like just slow it down. And I'm like, oh, look where his ring is positioned in his saddle. Look at where his shoulders pointed. Look at his foot. Look at his hip.
yeah.
And then I'll go run and do that until it feels good, I guess, or looks good. Um, so
That's like
yeah, but
just watching tape, dude. Like, and to get psyched on.
yeah,
Before Charlotte last year, the Charlotte, there's some heavy hitters there. The night before prelims, that's what we were doing, was just like watching old work climbs and stuff and bringing up other people's work climbs on YouTube.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so I guess as I get the question over here was has competing made you a better climber? So if you were to meet another climber, it's cool that your company that you were into it and they're like, "Hey, we got this flyer, go check out this comp." You think that's helped you a lot?
Oh man, it has totally molded me into the climber that I am today, in the competition scene and the production scene. Since I was so fresh into climbing when I went for my first competition, like I got to see the standard for climbing early on into my career. So I just took that and I ran with it. I'm like, um, I two hands on a saw at all times, good rope angles, posture, safe movement. I took all of that and then I apply it to work. Um, and then I train for those things too. I'm like training to like be safe when I go out and it's safe, smooth, fast, and efficient. And then all that translates so well to production. Um, So like people who I mean, haven't heard, I mean, I've seen it online, like I've seen it plenty online. People talk about it like, oh, like not competition climbing doesn't translate well to production.
Yeah.
You a damn lie, bro. You're
Yeah,
lying to yourself.
what's funny is you don't see the competitive climbers like saying that. It's the guys that aren't competing.
Oh yeah, for sure, bro. I mean, like I mean, dude, if they saw any one of us in a production setting, they'd fucking, they'd be like, oh, yeah, no, that makes sense, that makes
Yeah.
total sense,
I
you
mean,
know.
for me, like I think I'm a way better production climber than I am competition.
Bro,
And
preach, bro, preach.
yeah, the competitive, it's helped me a lot. It's got me to see things that I wouldn't see if I didn't leave, you visit our town. If I wouldn't have left here, like I wouldn't see
Yeah,
most of that stuff.
yeah.
And
There
I
is
wouldn't be
that.
training, on the off time. I wouldn't be, Yeah, I don't see how it would not benefit.
I mean, it's benefit. It's not also. It's not just doing like for me at least. It hasn't just been me doing the act of the climbing and the training, that's helped me. It's been going out to these events and learning from the people that are levels ahead of me. I'll
Yeah,
go look at them and then I'm like, wow, you could really move through a tree like that. And let's just say I'm in a hazard tree removal or something that's hung up into something, whatever the case may be, like I feel more confident about my movements, knowing that, okay, it is possible to get out on that limb, and do it safely and do it controlled. So it's not like I learned so much more from watching people that are better than me going out trying to just climb on my own. Um, so,
yeah.
so yeah.
And just those groups too. It's funny you're saying Derek being in your group. My first comp, James Earhart was in my group, and Gary Kohler. And those James, he pretty much walked me through. Him and Gary pretty much walked me through my first work climb.
Oh snap.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
funny too. The only time now besides Charlotte, the Charlotte work climb, the plumb bob was all or nothing.
that
The
was
only
vicious.
time that I've actually scored all 6 points was with Earhart coaching me.
Oh man, that's something. He's some dude. That's awesome.
I've never been
Heck
able to
yeah.
do it since. It's been like maybe a four and lots of twos.
Oh, bro. I mean, with my body weight and dude, I swear they look for the lightest volunteer on that site that day to build that plumb bob every time. Because whenever I go up on the limb walk station, dude, I'm getting twos. I'm like, bro, I am trying as hard as I can. I'm 220 pounds with no gear, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
And like you
bro,
said, it's just getting further and further out there. I feel like that bell just keeps creeping further and further out. And I'm like, the way leverage works, like,
Uh, shoot, if they just gave me a chance with someone who's like 190, 185, that's building that that plumb bob, dude, I feel like
yeah.
I'd have a chance at scoring decent on the plumb bob station, dude. At the at the Neo Mexico event, they had bro, guess who they had set the plumb bob? They had Matt Childs build the plumb bob
Mm,
station. And if you guys know Matt Childs, like he is a small man, like he's maybe, I don't know, like he's probably walking around like 135, you know.
yeah.
Um, there's
Yeah.
this
That's
video,
with
dude.
saw pants and boots on.
Yo, for real, dude. So
Like,
there's this video of me approaching that. I went for like a redirect and everything. Definitely not. I mean, not the highest redirect, but I had a good rope angle. I thought I had a good rope angle, bro. I'm 2 steps in to this limb walk, and they're like, you're at a two, and I'm like, you said what? I'm like, what? I'm like, I just got here, bro. Like, there's
yeah.
no way. It was just honestly, it
This
was it was hilarious.
this can be brutal. A couple years ago, I was doing the Charlotte at the cemetery, the first Charlotte they had there before the NAM, and it was so windy. We started running prelims, I think Friday night after we did gear check. I went down to start plumb bob, and the wind blew it out. And they were, and yeah, it was funny. They're like, "Yeah, you bottomed it out." I was like, "I haven't even began. Like, I haven't even called tape. I'm just about to step on it." But I just
Yeah,
accepted it. I
bro.
was like, "All right, whatever. I'll
Yeah.
just run out there and snag it real quick."
I am to that point in the climate competition career of mine. I'm just accepting the fact that I'm gonna get twos on plumb bob, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Well, that's awesome, dude. It's good to hear that it's benefited you. We've been pushing hard, Ben and I, to get more people in our area out to these competitions because right now, I think the only ones that have been consistently hitting them is Ben and I. And last year at Charlotte, we had a huge crowd. I think we had 5 dudes
from the Soda
come
City
up.
Rescue Squad.
Yeah, 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 from our area. And then we had Jake. He competed at Southern with us the other
Yo,
weekend.
my boy, Big
Yeah,
Handsome.
I was proud of him, dude. He finished middle of the pack. He completed every event, so that was pretty sweet. He completed work climb and he completed rescue.
Yeah, that is pretty sweet. The man, but Yeah, that's cool. Like placing is cool, but like, dude, you learn so much just showing up, bro, and competing. Like, you learn so much. Like, that's the reward right there, bro. I mean, shoot, man, you get so much knowledge, so much ball game from the people around you, and half the time you don't even got to ask no questions. You just got to shut your mouth and watch what people are doing. You know?
Yeah, watch and then holler at him after. Like,
Yeah. Why'd you do this? Why'd you do that? Oh, how, whatever decisions.
yeah. Well, cool, brother. So yeah, I guess something I guess I wanted to talk was dude, you're awesome. I officially met you last year at the Charlotte event, and I'm going to remember this cuz that morning we got there, Ben and myself, I think Jake was there. We set up a work climb. Well, the work climb was already set, but we got lines up. We're training all day. And Ben kept telling us, he's like, yo, you got to wait out. You got to wait out. Like, Val's coming. I met him at the Naum Clinic in Alabama. Was that where you guys met?
Auburn, Alabama. That's right,
Yeah.
Bubba.
He kept telling me, he's like, you need to wait for this dude. And yeah, you rolled up in your pickup and it was like, yeah, I just got done driving like all day and just went straight into a work climb. It's
Yeah,
got me
yeah.
super stoked. Yeah, like you didn't really ask where bells were or nothing. We're like, oh, we could dry run that for you. I'm like, yeah, you can if you want. Like,
Dang. Kind of sound like an asshole over there.
no, I thought it
Nah,
was rad, dude. I was like, he ain't gonna stretch or anything. Like, he's just
nah,
going for it.
bro. Nah, bro. We climb out here, man. Um, I do remember that, dude. Dude, my hamstrings were killing me. I mean, I was just sitting for 14 hours or whatever.
Yeah.
That climb was dope. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. It was Matt Childs was there. Um, I mean, I forgot the other dude's name.
Maybe
Could have been
Josh
Josh.
Green.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's awesome.
Josh. It was y'all too. And Benji. Um, yeah, yeah. I showed up that day with my friend Jonathan and his lady. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and we put some climbs down. Yeah. Is there a time to beat on that thing on that climb?
I'm not sure. I don't really know that one too well. So a couple years ago at NAM, the NAM Charlotte, that was our practice tree. And they've just left the bells up there. Sean kind of keeps up with that. Sean's got climbs all over that cemetery. If you hit him up, like you can text him, don't go there without like letting Sean know. But yeah, if you holler at Sean, and let him know you're going to be there, there's climbs everywhere. He's got pins to different trees.
Yeah, that's
A
dope. Yeah,
couple work climbs. I think I mean, we did prelim Naum in there. There's some masters set up.
that's the graveyard, right? Yeah, the graveyard.
Yeah, I think it's like Elmwood, Pinewood Cemetery.
Yeah, dude, that place is crazy. I remember showing up. What was I doing? I was headed home from where the heck? I don't even know where I was at this dude. I don't know. I was with Greg Keller though. We were driving. He's like, "Yo, you got to check out the cemetery. We had Naum here." And this is like before the Charlotte event, like a couple months before. And I show
Yeah.
up and dude, these trees were for days, bro. Like our trees don't get that big, dude. I was looking at these trees like, yo, what?
Yeah, there's
How?
some big red oaks, some big willows. There's a giant poplar back there that we did
Oh,
it's tall. We did our throw line event at not Naum Charlotte, but the Charlotte comp before that. The highest shot I want to say was 102 foot. The nine was. It was a
jeez, bro.
102-foot throw ball shot. Yeah, I don't think anyone actually got it. I think a
I
couple
was gonna
people.
say, bro, like I'm accurate up to like 65 feet. Anything over that, like I'm liable to miss 5 times in
Yeah,
a row.
I tried for it, and I was getting the height, but I wasn't getting it out. I think a couple people got it though. I want to say BJ landed it in there, and he accidentally pulled it out,
Savage,
and
savage.
then another dude I think got it in there and he didn't have enough throw line. That was my concern. I was throwing at it and I was like, what if I happen to make this? I'm gonna have to connect throw line
Yo, you know
to
what the trick
even
is? You need to have a 300-foot throw line, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm surprised I don't have them at least a 200 foot around, but I just buy those 180s. I keep thinking about buying a spool.
Bro, buy the spool. It's like $150, and then you can just, cut them to the length that you want. That's what I do at least.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Um,
have to do that because we've got some tall pines around here that I've had to extend throw line view a few times just
yeah,
to be able to access it.
dude, that
That's like
Charlotte event was freaking so cool. I'm like reliving it in my head right now. Like
it was
so
fun,
many like
dude.
legendary climbers that were
Yeah,
there. I was like, dude, Lawrence, the Schultz effect, Fannerman pulled up, bro. Kevin Bingham was there. I was like, yo, what? Earhart was there, bro.
yeah.
I was, oh, dude, I was geeking. I couldn't. I was like, every chance. And I had Earhart in my group in that event. I like, I
Nice.
was
Yeah,
watching. I was just chatting him up. I'm like, yo, this, that, and the third, this, that, and the third, and he'll give it to you,
yeah.
Um, and yeah, bro, that was super special for me. Like, I was trying not to make it weird either. Like, but at one point, I think we went to like the brewery after. I go up to Kevin. I was like, dude, not to be weird or whatever, but like, you're the guy. Like, I love you.
Yeah. Well, we got a lot to thank him for. And what's cool, do you know like the history with the Charlotte and Kevin?
No, not really.
Yeah, so SRT was I guess was kind of found for tree climbing at the Charlotte. That was where Kevin first presented the rope wrench at.
At the Charlotte,
Yeah, yeah,
dude.
at the Charlotte comp.
That's savage.
And I want to say the Charlotte was the first non-sanctioned, non-ISA comp around. Like that was them. They kind of started those non-sanctioned things.
Oh snap! Oh snap!
Yeah, a lot of cool history there.
Yeah, let's get them to do some
I think that's why
head-to-head
you get
ascent
those
action.
legends in there too, dude. Because yeah, Lawrence, man, yeah, Lawrence,
There's no
Cormac
need
was
to
in it. They
fear.
brought Cormac back
Bannerman is
out
here.
too. Cormac hasn't competed, I don't think, in a minute.
Yo, that dude is he's built like a tank, bro. He is.
Yeah,
Did you see him? Did you see him do the? He tore down the Masters and he footlocked up there.
yeah,
I'm like, yo,
yeah, dude.
what, bro?
My first comp, that I wasn't competing, I was volunteering. It was 2017, and it was such a, yeah, your first comp experience. Even volunteering, I was just amazed at what was going down. I was like, I had a lot of good dudes that I worked with, but they didn't climb like the comp trees allows us to climb, and who was there? There's a bunch of people that stood out to me. So Chris Coates, that was my first time seeing him climb. Savage. This was, I think, when he was like competing hard. Uh, what happened? He was in Masters. We ran all prelims that day, and then that night they had Masters on Saturday, and he was in the Masters and he was pulling gear, and Friction Saver came down and popped him in the eye. He had
Oh
safety
man,
glasses on, but he had to get stitches, and then that night he was out with us. Like he went and got stitches and then
savage.
came out that night. So that was one. Sean Welch, that was his first comp competing in, and he just absolutely crushed it. Like you wouldn't have thought that it was his first comp.
That's dope. Sean the
Yeah.
Wire Welch, bro.
And then Dustin Urbanotsky, he was at the top of the work climb, and before he started, he got up and started screaming like, "Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?" And I was like,
Dude, that would fire me up, dude.
"Who the heck is this dude?" And then Cormac competed in Masters, and that was my first time seeing secured foot locking. And then he secured foot locked up, and then it was three different live oaks. I think the Masters was in, and he was traversing and just pulling canopy anchors the whole time, and was just like running each tree individually without touching the ground.
Oh man, that is something. That
Yeah,
is that.
it blew my
So what?
mind.
So what was he? Well, he was footlocking in between these trees to get over.
I don't remember exactly. Like I knew he footlocked to access the tree, and then I want to say he switched to moving rope, and he was traversing tree to tree to tree. I guess he was using the telling of his line, and then once he traversed over, he would pull his canopy anchor, his I guess he was running a cambium saber and just running each tree almost individually.
Dang.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
it's almost 10 years ago now.
Dude, I'd like to see the film on that.
I don't think there was any film. I tried to go back not long ago and look. Yeah, but it was epic. It took me a long time to start competing after that. That was 2017, and I didn't compete until
2017.
2021, I think.
Oh, so you recently started competing too?
Yeah, 2021 was my first comp. Let's see, I was living in South Carolina during COVID. I moved to Colorado, and I was wanting to do the Rocky Mountain chapter, but COVID.
COVID,
And
man. It'll.
and then Arkansas, the natural state tree climbing comp popped off, and that was the first competition since the COVID stuff. So it was kind of like a welcome back and a throwdown. People came from all over to go compete at that because we hadn't had a comp in a year and a half or something at that point. And so yeah, that was the one. I drove from Colorado. I was living in Boulder to Hot Springs, Arkansas. It was like a 16-hour drive or something.
Damn, you got after it. Bro, I
Yeah,
wish I could
dude.
go back and relive like that feeling of my first competition. It
It
was
was
so
it was fun.
overwhelming.
I had a super good group. Had a like that was the only time I scored 30 on throw line, and I was like super stoked. I was like, oh heck yeah. Well, it turned out a lot of people scored 30. So, and then it ended up coming down to time. It was like I think I ended up being like 11th or something. I don't know, but a lot of people scored 30.
Yeah, all
Um,
downhill from there.
yeah,
Haven't touched that 3-0 since.
but dude, the natural state's dope. They did two work climbs, two aerial rescues, throw line. Those were their prelims. They did a
Oh
open
man,
ascent. They did open ascent on gear check night, and then all your favorite stuff twice over.
that's dope. Yeah, I need to get to one of those comps where they're doing two work climbs. Like, bro, more climbing, more time in trees. Yeah, sign me up.
Hmm. The last Charlotte they did before Nahum at the cemetery, we had two work climbs. It was pretty cool. We had two work climbs, throw line. I don't think we did belayed, and then we had sequestered rescue, but the rescue was gnarly. We had two different trees, two different victims.
Oh yeah, dang,
Yeah, that was
two different
probably
trees.
one of my best rescues. Two trees, two victims in it.
What did they give you for time?
13 minutes, I think. Yeah,
Oh, oh,
I
and they
want to say
wanted you to
13
get two
minutes.
people down, bro. Like, what was some dude on like a
Yeah,
lowerable base anchor or something?
there was. One of them was
Ah, there you
so
go.
it was pretty cool how they set it up, and Sean put some good process into this. As far as the times that they wanted things to happen. So two victims, two trees. One of them was on a lowerable base anchor, and it was a bee sting. They got swarmed. The second one was a chainsaw cut, and depending on where you were at in the rescue, you're going to start losing victims. So you need it to plan the rescue accordingly. So what I did was I went straight for the B victim because I realized he was on a lowerable base anchor. I was like, I'll just scream him down real quick, do my first aid real quick, get him packaged, and then I went and threw into the second tree, but it was a bleed victim. So at 7 minutes, I want to say he was going to bleed out. But the bee sting victim, I think you weren't going to lose him until 11 minutes. So they're trying to get you. They're like, hey, like the bee sting victim was unconscious, so you didn't know if he was actually alive. But the blood victim was talking to you. When you came into the ring, he was talking to you. He was alive. You knew he was alive, and he had an arterial bleed. So the order of operations was you should have went for the dude that you knew was alive and had the arterial bleed because he was actually talking to you. But anyways,
Interesting.
yeah, it turned into a body recovery for me. I got the lowerable base anchor down. I was headed up and I was like lanyarding in to start administering a tourniquet on my bleed victim. And they're like, hey, like,
He's gone,
Victim
bro.
victim as deceased. and,
He's gone, dude.
and like my face at first was just like, whoa, you blew it. And then nobody said anything like call time or nothing. And I was like, well, I guess this is a body recovery now. Too bad you
Dude, oh,
taped
so
up
they let you
my.
finish? They let
Yeah,
you
they let
finish?
you finish. Yeah, you got to finish it. Well, a lot of people lost both victims because
Bro,
it
what?
was sequestered. So when I got down, I was like, well, this was my last event. I ran and grabbed. It was pretty sick. Sycamore Brewing was sponsoring the event, and they gave me a 4 pack of Candy Mountain IPAs
Oh, hell yeah.
for free. So yeah, I went and sat down and started watching the rescues, and I didn't feel as bad when I saw people go in there, and it's like victim one is deceased, victim
Dude,
two
that's
is deceased.
hilarious, bro. I would have been laughing so hard. I'm like, what do you mean, bro? What I
Yeah,
do? Like, what?
that's I love watching some people come through and they're like, this victim has deceased, and how do you know that? How do you know that? One dude was
Yeah.
like, "Well, it's too bad y'all made me tape up my handsaw because since this is a body recovery, like I could just give them the quick exit, just send them out the tree."
That's fucking funny, man.
But it was pretty epic. Yeah, Charlotte, man, Charlotte's a good comp, and yeah, those non-sanctioned events, I love the bending and twisting of not necessarily the rules, just giving us what we want.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. I need to do
I
more
think,
of those, man. That's for sure.
yeah, I'm planning on this year. I want to do Alabama. I've heard good things about the Bama comp, so I think I'm gonna.
Alabama. Dude, I heard that their Masters challenge turned into a sequestered aerial rescue. Right? Isn't that what they did?
Yeah, they had their entry tech had a bleed. I want to say it was John Carlson was the entry tech, and they were doing a. He cut himself aloft, and you had to go like in the middle of the Masters, go and perform an aerial rescue.
Hell yeah. In the middle of the Masters. So they're actively setting up ropes to run these a 4 bell Masters and then they hit you with climber stop. Oh, yeah.
I believe so, but I'm not 100% sure. I want to say they at least do the walkthrough, like they walk you through the Masters, like you're going to do a Masters, and then when they pull you in from being sequestered, you're in a Masters rescue.
Cool.
But I don't
That's
want
really
to like
cool.
I don't think they stop you, but they surprise you. Like you go in thinking you're getting ready to hit that, but I'll have to ask him. I'll have to hit up John and ask him.
That sounds like some good fun. Yeah, I need to
Yeah,
get down there, dude. I need to go down to the Alabama Slammers hood, bro. They're down with them. Hopefully get some practice in.
yeah. Well, anything to get you down south, man. So you came. We met you at Charlotte, and was it 3 months later? We got you to fly in to come and hang out at the Soda City Rescue.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah,
That was cool. You guys got something really good going on down there with that event.
yeah.
Um,
Appreciate it, man.
yeah,
Five
dude, you're
five
you're the man.
years. We're headed to number 6 this year.
Yeah, dude, it's so crazy. Like when you were telling me the story of how it was like initially we just were doing it to practice for comps, and then you're like, we realized that nobody knew what they were doing, so it went from
Yeah,
practice to let's get our community better. And
yeah,
then I don't know, what'd you say? Like the first year there was like a handful of people, the next year a handful, and all of a sudden it's 85 people there, you know?
yeah. We doubled every year. The first year there's like eight. Second year 16ish or something. Third year we had 40, and then we were quickly outgrowing spaces. And thank goodness for Jake Shealy's Property Care. He hooked us up with his spot, and we had 85 people year 4. And then last year the numbers were down some. I think we were at like 60 something, but it was fun.
Dude, that's still a lot of people. I mean, down some for I guess your standards of 85, but that's still a lot of people, you know,
Yeah, I mean
impacting a lot of individuals there.
it was fun, and then we added things this year. Doing the sequestered rescue, the surprise rescue was fun, and then
Dude, that
doing
was
the
tons of fun, bro. That was tons of fun. Oh,
and
I want
then
to go do that one again.
the ascents were a lot of fun. That's what's got people here wanting to comp climb is the ascents, dude. Last year we
Bro.
introduced it, and we gave away first, second, and third, and no one, everyone that won first, second, and third the first year. was not in our area. They were all out of towners. So it was cool last year. Matt got second place, I think, in the
Yeah,
45.
dude. Oh yeah.
I managed to sneak my way into third. And then the big ascent, Matt placed in that too. It was
Yeah, dude.
Ben, you, Ben, and
That
Matt.
was that was insane. I don't. Someone's measurements was off. Like that was not 100 feet. I mean, I don't know because then I saw the one at the Arbor Fest thing or whatever. Dude, you guys what? You guys are doing 20 seconds as opposed to the 40-second ascent?
Yeah,
Like,
Ben
there's
ran
no
it.
way.
Ben ran it in 23 seconds at Arborfest.
Yeah, what's he the new record holder now?
He is, yeah, yeah. As far
Oh yeah,
as far as the Arborfest 100 footers go, he's the record holder.
that's my boy.
Yeah, savage dude. And then he almost won the footlock the next night.
Oh, that's dope.
He was
Yeah,
he was damn close. But yeah, we appreciate you coming down. So Val, we flew him. Well, he flew himself in, and came and kicked it with us all weekend. That was like your first time training.
that was my first time training. Yeah, in I guess like a non-production setting because you know how it is as a contract climber. You're like learning, teaching on the fly. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, first event that I got to do, share some knowledge. Um,
Well,
yeah, and
people were stoked. People were stoked on it. I know PJ was really stoked with you and Keith. Because didn't PJ help you out?
yeah, dude. He was supposed to be there as just the I guess student or something or whatever, on the other end of it. And he stepped up and helped me put it together. Yeah, shout out to PJ.
He's a good dude, man. I'm trying to get him involved this coming year too. We've got our first kind of committee meeting and starting to put plans into place of who's going to be in charge of what. Do a little bit more delegating, and PJ, I want to get on board. This first responder stuff's, I think, super helpful and insightful as well.
Oh yeah, dude. Just you let me know where you want me, where I could help, and
Yeah, brother, we'll
I'll
bring you
I'll be
back. So
there.
yeah, Val flew himself in. We got to take you to Whizzes. Was it? Did you get the Reuben there at Whizzes? I don't remember
Dude,
what you got.
what, bro? That was the biggest sandwich I've ever had in my life, dude. That was crazy.
anyone that comes to town, I'm like, dude, you got to go to Whizzes. It's like I think it's $14 for this Reuben sandwich, but the Reuben sandwich is your entire plate.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, that's a $35 meal back over here. And they charge me 14 bucks. I'm like, yeah, I'll take it. I don't know if
Not
I
even.
finished it. Pretty sure I didn't.
No, it was still in the fridge. We were cleaning up.
Oh,
Because yeah, that's not even a meal. That's meals, dude. Like
yeah, for
you could
real.
feed a small army with it.
Yeah, dude, I'm
And
actually doing and like my second like teaching thing, I guess. Um,
nice. Where at?
at the Wreck the River.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, I'll be doing a teaching on the fly little course there. Um, and I'll be throwing in like some Spanish in there too to kind of help out all like it's pretty much going to be addressed to like contract climbers.
Yeah.
You know how it is, dude. You show up and well, it's not the case for me because I speak Spanish, but you show up and like the workers are, they don't speak your language. They're Spanish speakers, So like I'm gonna put in some words, some key words that are you guys, anyone could take in and practice and learn and understand and take that to teach on the fly in Spanish. But
Yeah.
also yeah, also in English because it's like I mean, you know how it is, bro. You show up, no one knows how to know. Go get the Porter app. Yeah, I got it. What's the Porter app? Or like, dude,
Yeah, dude.
dude, my favorite's like, all right, who's run ropes before? Some guys and they'd be like, yeah, me. And I'm like, cool. Can you put the Porter app on that tree and show me a wrap? And he's like, cool. He goes to the truck, grabs everything but the Porter wrap. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, all right, like, let's do this. Let's spend 15 minutes on the ground before we get to cutting.
It can, dude,
Um,
it can be so rough. I've gotten to where all of my ropes, as far as my rigging lines, I've got them in color coded bags. So all of my blue bags are half-inch line. All of my orange bags are 9/16, and then yellow bags are 5/8. And then the porter app can be rough. I worked for a company a while back. They've been around for a minute. Super dead pine. I set a line in another tree. Got all the way up to where I was ready to take a top, and I wasn't using the porter app at this point, and I wasn't really even thinking about it. I had a ring set, and I was like, "Hey, we're getting ready to top it. Like, you probably want to at least put half a wrap on it. Like, you probably want to put it through the nose." And they're like, "Yeah, we don't know how to put this thing on the tree."
Oh man,
Yeah, like
dude.
they have a porter app on an ultra sling, but they didn't bring it with them, and I couldn't explain to them how to tie a timber hitch, and I was like, I had to climb all the way back down, tie it on, and then it had me questioning their abilities as well about being able to run it. I was like,
Dude,
ugh.
let it run, and the dude's first, like their natural reaction is to just grab that rope, and then there you are, dude, going for the ride of your life.
Yeah, just taking a whipper on a dead pine.
Oh man, absolutely not.
Well, that's awesome, dude. I don't have anything. I've been kind of waiting. Like, I don't think I have anything scheduled the week of Wreck the River. I'm kind of thinking about just going up there and saying what's up. As long as I don't schedule anything,
Yeah, dude, come
I
do
think I might
absolutely,
go.
bro. You should definitely come check out the class that I'm gonna be doing. I'll be doing it with my friend Aaron Baker. Um, and yeah, yeah, I'm excited. Hopefully,
Nice. It'd be
people will
good to see
benefit from
you. And
that.
Todd's a awesome dude. Todd Bergulia.
Yep, yep, yep.
Yeah. So I guess we'll go into. We've kind of talked some rescue. So we're going to talk about your season. So you left Soda City and you were going to Nao, Mexico, and I could just tell. Like, I was like, you're going to crush. You've got family down there you met before you went in.
Bro. Yeah, man. Dude, that was I mean, that's gonna go down as the most special competition for me ever. I mean, I so so Neo Mexico was in Tepoztlan, and it was about like 30 minutes from Cuernavaca where my family is. Um, so we got an Airbnb. My grandma showed up. My aunts, I got to see my aunt. My cousins showed up with their kids. Um, it was awesome, dude. It was great. It was super special for me.
I bet it
Um,
was, man. How
yeah,
long has
and
it been since you've seen that side of the family?
so my grandma, it's been what, like 25 years?
Whew.
Um, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, dude, and it was tough, like trying to balance as much time with her as I could and then go compete. At that point,
Well,
competing was like, it was like, whatever, dude. Like, whatever. Like, I didn't hang out with no one after, went straight back to family time, and
yeah.
yeah, and my brothers came down. Like I said, my cousins are there. Um, it was really special, man. It was really special.
Dude,
And
that's epic. And then pull off the W.
yeah, dude, that tree was the Masters challenge that they set up. It was in, I think they're called rubber trees. They're called rubber trees. I don't know the, I don't, if that's what they call them, rubber trees. I don't know their Latin name or if that's their common name or what, but I'm pretty sure we were calling them rubber trees. It was five rubber trees, this row that just went on for days. Um, and dude, it was probably at the very least like 100 feet distance from like this bell to that bell. It was crazy, bro. It was crazy. That was like that Masters for me. I remember showing up, looking at it, and at the time I'd been practicing my twin line a lot, and then just like feeding a rope through, um, I guess where I'll end up at, right? So access
Yeah.
line and then a secondary line to finish the trip. I was practicing that a lot. I have a master set up here um, with kind of the same bare bones blueprint to get it done. Like I said, no trees, two trees are the same, but there are certain setups that you could pull off that'll get you here and there. So I had a setup that was very similar. So I went about it the same way that I was running this tree. back at home. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna tie into this thing. That's a high canopy, tie the highest canopy anchor. That's the goal here. So I don't spend time messing around advancing my system. I'm gonna attack this high bell. I'm gonna jump across to this leader. Um, which I remember, like we had the mini masters set in that tree. um, so I remember looking at this tree and like there was this leader that I ended up jumping into for the Masters, but I remember looking at that leader and I'm like, dude, that's a big jump. Like I don't know why my brain was going. I was like, but like if I was, I remember looking at it like if I was to make that jump, I don't know if I'd make it. And then I just went about the rest of my climb. But then I'm up there for the Masters and I look at it. Matt Childs, he was up there as the entry tech. He's like, yeah, dude, it was kind of cool watching me like put my body through certain, like I was actively approaching it like with my right shoulder or my left shoulder until I felt comfortable to send it. So I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, I'm gonna go with my right. No, let's go with my left. All right, no, we're gonna go with the left. All right, we're going for the left. Dude, if you're gonna hit it, you're gonna commit. I explode to it and I just grab onto it and then jump up, pop over and attack this whatever bell. And then work my way back and hop on that pre-fed line and finish like the last two bells with like I don't know, it wasn't that much time. Felt like I think it was like something like 3 minutes when I was leaving to my last bell. Um, but yeah, dude, that was it pretty much went the way I thought it would go in my head without minus like maybe one or two things that I would just adjust it on the fly, but nothing major.
That's
So
epic, dude.
that felt really good. Really, really good.
Were you last to run in Masters? Did you get to see anybody else run it?
No, I was the last run. And I don't know, what was there, eight competitors, seven competitors before me? Um, so I was there for a while freaking out, bro.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was, it was all cool. Dude, it was funny. It was like we were all sequestered back there and we were kind of I'm a talkative person when I'm in the sequestered area. Like I don't really like um think too much of it, like the event, I guess, the whole Masters challenge. So I don't, it's like it's not that deep for me. So I'll go mess around. Like I was playing Pig with my boy Malcolm Anderson back there, just kind of like having a good old time. And then once like half the competitors left, it just got silent. And it was like me and like two other climbers, and I'm like, yo, what? We're serious. Like we're really serious. All right, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna put my headphones on and listen to
Yeah.
some music, I guess. And then all of a sudden I was by myself and then I'm freaking out, bro. Like I am freaking out. Like I called Anna, a good friend of mine. I called Anna. I'm like, bro, I'm freaking out. Like I got a master's coming up in like 45 minutes. Like what am I gonna do? You know? She kind of like helped me calm down a little bit. I ended up like pretty much doing like a mini workout too before my before my master's run, just to like calm the
Lifting weights in
nerves.
the corner. Doing
Dude,
push-ups
I
in the
was
corner.
Bro, no joke. I did 15 minutes of shadow boxing before the event, built up a little bit of a sweat,
Oh, dang.
and I'm like, okay, all right, like I'm chill now. Like I'm good. And yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
epic, dude. And then you followed Naum up with because you did was it Connecticut?
No, it was all right, so the circuit was Naum, 2 weeks later, North Americans, 2 weeks later, Connecticut, 2 weeks later, New England. Um, so yeah, it was it was intense, bro. It was intense. Not that much break in between events. Um,
Yeah.
so
How
so
did
yeah, and then
North American go for you?
Um, prelims are good. I felt strong. I like my big thing when I'm going into um any event, uh I'm not so worried about how I'm going to be judged. Um, I'm just gonna go put my best efforts forward there, and whatever happens happens. And it was enough to make masters. Another day of climbing, which was uh super dope. I mean, it was really special. Like we got to do it. I got to do masters with my chapter champion Jake Slade, the Hitman, Hannah the Hammer Sonnenfeld, Sarah the Bullet Hood Recant, and we're all homies that we've all trained together before, and like we're all like pretty like new on the scene, and we're like, holy crap, like hearing all of my friends' names get called. Oh man, that
Yeah.
was really cool. That was really really cool. Um, and Jake, I look up to that guy. So he tied for fifth and fourth for the fifth and fourth spot with Brady Paselk, I think. Is that his name? Brady Paselk? Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so when I heard his name get called, dude, I got so emotional. I was like, that's my boy. Like, let's go, bro. Oh man, I was so happy to hear his name get called. And honestly, I had a feeling I was in Masters after the prelims. Um, uh, so I heard because you hear the New England chapter and like the whole table like is looking at me, right? And they call Jake's name, and I'm like, let's go. And I'm like, okay, so now I know I'll either be third or second, you know. Yeah, sure enough, second. Um, that Masters was cool. I had some throw line issue that day though. Um, it took me 5 shots to get into the tree, but I didn't really let it affect me. At least I don't think I did. Maybe it affected me a little bit, but I tried not to be flustered, you know. Tried to keep it calm and cool and collected. That was a fun climb. That was also another fun climb. It was very jumpy, swingy. Um, it was in this, I think it might have been a red oak, and then they put like the last handbell, or I don't know, a handbell in the in a walnut, like a tree that's growing underneath the what's it called, the oak tree. Um,
Yeah.
and yeah, that was cool, bro. That was really cool. Yeah, a lot of lessons learned from that climb though. For me, after watching what's his Earhart run, I was like, oh, okay, that's what you got to do. You know, got it, noted. You know,
Yeah, he's got a way of I don't know, dude. I guess it's just his height. I mean, there's definitely a lot of skill, but he makes things look so easy. Like he'll go
yeah,
and make a
bro.
movement, and I'm like, that's like 3 steps for me, and he just that was one. That was one move
Yeah,
for him, and classy.
under control, smooth. Yeah, butter. But dude, were you? Oh, no. So, do you hear how he got his high tie in? So
No,
he shot right. He was like way low, and like the distance wasn't there, so he landed on uh like a lower I guess yeah, you call it a lower lateral or whatever, but not anywhere near what he was going for, pretty much. And he's pulling the ball up, and he goes, stand clear, and he jumps it, bro. He jumps it. It looked like he jumped it across the canopy, dude, into his union. Like the
oof.
crowd, dude, the crowd went crazy. I when he did, I'm like, what? How do you even? Who told you could do that, bro? Like, how?
Trench.
Like, how, bro? It
I
was
wish
crazy.
one of the things, man. Copenhagen. I heard it from Steph, and then I watched it on YouTube. His Copenhagen run. I think it was 2 different trees, and he footlock traversed over to the second tree, and it was almost like parallel, like the tying points. I think he definitely like traveled down some.
Oh yeah,
But Steph was telling me about it because you hear it in the video, everyone screaming, and
yeah.
she was like the ground was rumbling. She's like everyone was stomping, and I was like, wow, that's so epic.
Yeah, bro. That's one of my favorite masters to watch. Just because of that moment. It was like, what, bro?
There's
Like
some
that
good
was cool.
there's some good Masters runs that have been out here recently. I think I sent you the one of Castle. It
Bro.
wasn't Texas, it was Natural State.
Yeah, dude, that was execution, bro. I mean, total execution, bro. And the cool thing about Castle's run, that boy will tell you when he's taking a step, bro. He'll be
Mm-hmm.
like I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm moving. I was watching his I was watching his Texas Masters. It was pretty cool. He's like, I'm gonna hop onto this. I'm gonna hop onto this line to climb up to mitigate any risk of whatever. Because it ain't nothing but a step to a stepper, and then just start shooting up the rope, bro. I'm like, yo, fire me up, bro. Oh man, he's yeah, dude. That natural state masters. If you know, for all y'all listening, if you haven't watched that, get on YouTube and go watch that. That was
Yeah.
something. That was something, dude. That was
Yeah,
a
I think it
treat.
was on Tiffany's channel. Yeah, look it up. That was the way he floated the plumb bob, just was like, yes.
Dude,
That
it
was
was so
amazing.
crazy. Yeah, his throw line was a work of art that day.
He makes me wish I liked the akimbo more. When I watch him climb, I'm like, man, I wish I could get behind the akimbo more. Like I
Yeah, the
just
Akima was touchy. I was running it for a little bit, but it just builds up too much heat and it's not consistent enough for me. Like my runner. Like my runner I have so dialed, bro. I
I
have it's like
I just like not worrying about what rope diameter I'm climbing on. Like there is like rope diameter that I prefer,
yeah, yeah.
and most of them are in the akimbo range, but I still have 11 mils floating around, Rebel and Kernmaster. That
Dude, what's your go-to climbing? What's your setup?
um right now, Square is probably my favorite climb line. Um,
Yeah, that's a cute rope.
it is a cute rope, man. And then actually, Kernmaster, like I Charlotte, I mixed it up, and I haven't. Kernmaster 11 mil, specifically the Safari colorway, has been my favorite rope since like 2015. I've
Safari.
always climbed on that rope, and then I switched over to Square a couple years ago, and then I actually bought 200 foot of Kernmaster Safari just for Charlotte. I was like, I'm gonna climb on this. I haven't climbed on it in a while, and I don't know. There's something about that rope, but I don't like the newer, I guess, the Kern Masters, the Phantoms and stuff. I'm not a huge fan of them, but I like
No.
that Safari.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something I've talked with Eric about it too, and he was saying the difference in colorways and the pigments are actually dyeing the ropes in. He's like, it makes a difference on the performance. And then I
I
want to
like
say they changed the core too.
I like the orange one of the Kern Master.
Yeah,
It's like I think it's orange and
it's like orange and green or something. Orange and
no, the other.
lime.
I think it might be orange and you're right.
I want to
Yeah.
say it's like orange and lime or something.
Yeah. Dude, I ran that one at the North Americans. I was like, who's got a 200-foot rope? And the Vanilla Gorilla, my boy, Jimmy Pritchard's like, I got 200 foot of Kern Master. I'm like, run that, bro. And I ran it like for the first time. And I'm like, dude, this is butter. Like, I need
It's
this
a
in
good
my
rope,
life.
dude.
Yeah.
It's a good rope. Yeah, but even with the square, which is funny, is I've always ran the red and yellow, but I bought the pink edition a while back. That feels way different than the red and yellow square to me.
Dude, isn't it crazy how like, you can have the same rope in just a different color and they're gonna perform different, you
Yeah.
know? Because I could say the same thing about that. I hopped on Matt Child's pink square. And I'm like, I had fallen in love. I'm like, dude,
Hmm.
I might need to take this home with me, you know?
And
Compared to my square, I had the red one, and it was like,
not to
whatever.
mention with the blue runner, it's just like mwah. It's it's a pretty combo.
For sure, bro. Yeah.
So you
Nah.
did third at North American?
Did I? I think so. I feel like I
Yeah,
came in third. Yeah.
third, and then Connecticut. How'd you finish up there? You
I ended up taking Connecticut, but
That's what I thought.
yeah, yeah, that was cool. That was chill. It was in like a Sycamore, and so since we get to choose if it's a sequestered masters or not. And since we were all like taking it as like a learning experience, we're like we're not gonna make it we won't make it
Oh yeah,
sequestered.
because that's like y'all's prep for
Yeah,
New
yeah. So
England.
like yeah, we all like. we all got together and like we came up with our plan and then we all ran it and it was really windy that day. But yeah, things just happened to fall apart, fall in my favor. You know, I hit first shot, what is it? I got a toss in or whatever. Um, and I think I got like, I don't know, 4 points in the plumb bob. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, yeah,
How'd
that
you
was
finish
cool.
out at New England? So that's your chapter.
Oh, dude, I was the first loser. I came in second place. To none, what is it? The Hitman. Yeah, he
Oh
ended
man,
up
your
taking the
homie.
W. Yeah, that's my guy. Yeah. Yeah, he ended up winning. I came in second, and third place was Brandon Dobnik. On the men's side. On the women's side, there was Stella D. Um, she ended up winning, which she normally does. She's a hammer. And there were two newer climbers on the scene. I don't remember their names. I'm sorry, lady. Yeah. But two newer climbers that were there as well. So yeah, shoot, that Masters was crazy, bro. That Masters was crazy. The hardest Masters I've been in all year, hands down. Um, I would have liked 35 minutes. Oh yeah, Michael Kerwin ended up being in the event too. He came down to visit and he gave a crack at the Masters too. Um,
Nice.
uh, but yeah, that Masters I would have liked 35 minutes. They gave us 30, whatever. But that event was like the first time I let like something in like how do I say it? I let someone else influence my climb, so I didn't throw down the masters that I wanted and that I had planned for. I basically climbed scared the whole time, protecting myself of any bad angle calls. Where if I honestly next time, like my lesson from that next, I would much rather just get DQ'd than climb the way I did that day, which was scared, because that's not my climbing style. Um, so yeah, yeah, but the Masters itself was cool. Like I wish I could go back and run the plan that I thought I was gonna do. I changed my game plan on my walk up to the event. Um,
Oh dang.
yeah, I was honestly probably I'm still a little bit salty about it, but
Well, I mean, second, you still get a crack at North American again.
sure, yeah, yeah. I just like I said, I wanted to put on like this climb in my head that it was I was that was my plan, and then I went with like a plan B, which was so not my climbing. Like I was doing things I never do, and I'm like, what is this, bro? Like
Yeah.
I was going as I was going through the Masters, I'm like, yeah, no, this is whack. I should have just sent it, and if I got DQ'd, I got DQ'd. Um,
Yeah.
so
Well, that's
yeah,
what I guess the next question was any moments from the season that stand out. That sounds like a standout kind of learning moment right there. The second guessing and changing the plan.
yeah.
Because
What was it?
that oh, any moments from the season that stood out the most.
That one, yeah, that one more of like my own like yeah, like little lesson learned, you know. Um,
Well, that's that. I mean, Southern was funny. Southern, I had the incident with my hand right before. I don't know. Did you see the photos of that? I
yeah, dude,
jinked up my hand, had to get some stitches, and I'm glad to hear it from you. You're talking about the directions of your swings and the movement of your body, kind of where you're putting your shoulders. I went into the work climb at Southern, and I was still worried about my hand and the way that I normally climb. That I switched up kind of the way that I approach my swings and movements, and it was bad. It was
yeah,
so bad. Yeah, that kind of it didn't work out for me well. And then it was funny. I did had a little mishap on my ascent, and dude, yeah, it was a bummer. Made setup time. Super stoked. First time I've done that. And then when I've been practicing, watching you and Ben and the way y'all go into ascent is I've always kind of went at it parallel with my rope. Like I'm standing almost just parallel with my rope.
gotta lean back, King.
So yeah, I started practicing that, like leaning back and then getting down low, not low, but going down lower.
Starting
Uh,
low, yeah.
and it's been doing great all practice. What I messed
Oh
up
no.
on was I decided to switch out I decided to give that magneto a try.
Okay.
And when I made that initial jump, I like
It
touched
unclipped.
it unclipped, dude.
No, bro, no.
I
For those
managed,
of y'all, sorry, I just want to say for those of y'all that are like, oh, you don't need to clip into your system because you're connected. What is it, the dorsal on the full body?
yeah,
Dude, it makes a difference. You're hearing it from me. It makes a difference. But if you want to get like 10% better, start clipping into your system. That way you don't have to fight so much of your weight and put it so much into your arms. It kind of gives you some support on your
yeah.
way up.
So I was super bummed. I hit it, fixed it. I blew all those initial, I was kind of like, I went at it fast, but I was just cussing in my head. I was so mad at that magneto. I came down and,
Dude,
Alan was just like, "What happened? Like, you had everything on." I was like, "I did. I did." When I went in, I hit it just that right spot. So I went outside the ring and I was able to replicate it. It's pretty funny, the obsession. I set a line, was doing setup and trying to jump at it the way that I did, and I was able to replicate it 2 out of 5 times.
oh,
So I
yeah,
went
dude.
to rescue and I immediately took the magneto off and, did great on rescue, did great on belayed speed, and at that point, I just quit caring about my hand and protecting it. I was like, "Yo, if there's any time to send it, it's at my chapter. Like, I should be sending it here." And then I was bummed after that. I was like, "Why did I change stuff up on my work climb?" And then
Yeah,
I
dude.
added
Yeah.
a new piece of kit, that magneto, without really thinking about it. Haven't really played with it much, and then that happened. So
Dude, that's brutal. Yeah, I mean, if you're practicing training with it on and then it pops up, you feel the shift of your weight go way back,
oh, dude, it
you
just
know?
threw me all off, and I was kinda
Yeah,
hoping,
dude.
like, my foot hadn't left the ground yet or something, but I was like, "Oh, nope. It's definitely a
Yep,
mulligan."
we're t we're taking flight, bro. Yeah,
Which
man. That that
it
ascent event, man. Ugh.
I didn't let it heat up on me too much. I was bummed, but I knew immediately. I was like, and then, I was stoked to see Ben make it to Masters, and then I got super stoked that they're like, "Hey, you wanna pick up a clipboard tomorrow?" And I was like, "Heck yeah, I do." Like, we got Lane, Ben, Fletch, Sean, Nicole, Becca, Nikki. I was like, "This is gonna be a ball in Masters."
Yeah,
Heck yeah, I
yeah.
wanna be in that ring.
Dude, so did anyone do anything like spectacular during that event, during that Masters? Like, was there any one moment that was like,
Ooh,
whoa,
so Sean.
the wire?
Sean, dude, he took a shot. This tree was thick. It was pretty difficult to throw into. I got to get there Sunday morning. I got there at about 6 and we had to change a few bells. I got to kind of dry run it, but not really. I was trying to practice like, yeah, but to throw into that tree was super difficult. It was thick. And Sean picked the narrowest corridor, just narrow. When he went in to shoot there, nobody thought that he was going to shoot where he did. Some of the judges were hanging out in there, and he's like, "Hey, I need y'all to move." And I was like, "What? Who's going to try that?" And first shot, he got it in the highest canopy anchor. So first shot, highest canopy anchor. What's that? 14. I have to look at the rule book real quick. Look up the rule book, but he
I should do the same thing, dude. Dang.
highest canopy anchor. So 4 points, yep. And then first try 10, that's 14. And
Probably got some
because
discretion.
yep, there we go into the bonus. I would have gave him two. I probably did end up giving 2 points just because I was like, no one thought you would shoot there. You did it first try. And then he wanted the base anchor. He wanted a base anchor. So he actually dropped it down and then double bagged into a lower union so he could base anchor it.
Oh man, him and his
So
base anchors, dude.
10, 3, and 2 right there, right off the bat. And he had an amazing him, Fletcher, and Nicole all had amazing tree inspections and walkthroughs. Like they were so good. But yeah, Sean, that was the first thing was that shot, and then the next thing was he handled the climb extremely well. Uh, took really good redirects to get good rope angles, positioning, and then on the plumb blob, he had like 2 minutes remaining. Kept it chill, kept it super chill. I think he got max points on plumb blob. He just kind of floated down beside it, and he was pulling rope and super chill. We were calling like 10, 9, 8 while he's pulling rope. He had like 2 seconds remaining. And not once,
That's
like
crazy.
he kind of sped up for a second because, but for the most part, he was pretty damn chill.
The Wire, bro.
So the
Sean the
calm,
Wire
cool
Welch.
collectiveness just blew my mind. Uh,
That's cool. That's real
Fletcher,
cool.
man, that dude can fly. It took him a minute to get in the tree, but holy cow, he slapped a bunch of bells in a very short amount of time and pulled gear. Like that was impressive. To see anybody running, I think he was running the twin line, and he had it kind of set up in his own way. I want to say he was using what's that? The rope saver. The
A
man, I
rope
just
sleeve?
yeah, the
Oh,
rope sleeve.
Dan House.
The Dan
Yeah,
House
Dan
rope
House.
sleeve. He had that kind of incorporated, which is pretty sweet.
Cool, yeah.
Nicole from the women's side, things that stood out. I loved her run. Super calm, super chill, amazing walkthrough. Smashed two bells, was going for a third one, and you could just tell it was getting later in the day. It was hot, humid, and she's awesome. She was like, "Hey, like, I want to hit this third bell. I'm getting ready to make really bad decisions. I think it's about time I just come down now." Which is pretty cool. I was like, that I kind of took that into account for like my side judging. I was like, dang, she's making that choice, making good choices. I would love to
Yep.
see her go for it, but she's looking a little bit redder than she already does. It's but yeah, super good comp. I'm stoked to see Sean took first. Uh I think Fletch second, Lane third, Ben in fourth, and for the women's side, yeah, Nicole crushed it. Becca came in second, Becca Hot, and third was Nikki Cooper.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So pretty stoked to see Sean. I'm wondering how they're going to be doing North Americans or some funky stuff. We'd probably talk about that off the record as far as who's taking, who's going to be going in that second spot for North American. But good cop. It got me. Yeah, yeah. I had my little mishaps, and it kind of. I was like, man, yeah, should have sent it, brother. Should have sent it, but that's all right.
Should have sent it. No, I feel that, bro. I feel that. Yeah, it
Yeah.
took me a while for me to get over my decision making during my masters. Um, yeah, at the end of the
Again,
day, just send it. What's gonna
yeah.
happen, bro?
I guess that's a good thing is like if you don't make masters and like if you get invited to hold a score sheet there at the end, I get super stoked on that. It's like, man, yeah, I want to see my homies throw down in the ring. I don't want to be out
You got
there. I
the
want to
best
be in
seats in the
here,
house,
dude.
bro. Yeah,
Yeah. It's like I wanted to see Ben in his debut. I wanted to see, yeah, Lane and Fletch, Sean, Nicole, Nikki, Becca. Like I was like, dude, heck yeah.
dude. Ben making masters puts a massive smile on my face, bro.
Me too. He had his family there as well. His mom and dad are living in Tennessee. They came to watch him throw down. Courtney, his wife's amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a. It's like, man, yeah, that was stoked for him. But yeah, as far as coming up for comps, dude, it'd be cool to see you in Bama and then Georgia TCCs coming up
oh
no
snap.
November.
When is
Yeah,
that?
I think it's November. I know Alabama is the first weekend of October.
Well, shoot, if I'm doing any kind of like competition stuff, I'd probably be on the other side of it volunteering.
Yeah, I think I want to throw down at I think I want to throw down at Bama, and then I've competed the past 2 years at Georgia, and I've done well there, but I think it's time to give it back. So it's like, yeah, I could compete at Bama and then go and volunteer at Georgia.
Yeah, I didn't do enough volunteering this year. All like the stuff in the Northeast, they all kind of like overlapped with all of my events with Connecticut and New England. The I would have liked to have volunteered at the Jersey and at the Penn-Dale comp, um, but those are going down at the same time of my competition, so I missed out on it. Um,
Yeah,
and then I've signed up for the New York chapter to go help them out, but that was the week after New England, and I was just hammering down some work, and I had work, and I'm like, well, I gotta go make these funds back, so I had to bail on that one, unfortunately. So I haven't done any volunteering, so I wanna go give back where I can.
yeah. Georgia would be a good one. There's a camping on site. The park's pretty awesome. They do a really good job at kind of giving something for everybody to do. So November 15th, that's when Georgia is.
Cool,
But yeah,
yeah.
they had a hayride, a kids climb, touch a truck.
Is
They had
that a
some
ISA
food trucks
event
up there.
or non-ISA?
Yeah, that's an ISA event. So
Cool. Who are the Georgia champions?
Johnny Lopez, Robbie Wilson's pretty close in on there. Robbie crushes it. I think you know Robbie, right?
Yeah, yeah. I met him at the North Americans.
Yeah, Robbie's the dude. Johnny Lopez is the dude too.
Yeah, his throw line is crazy, bro.
It gives me anxiety.
Yo, his throw line is crazy. Dude, what? Y'all
It
y'all
gives
need
me
to get
such
nerfed.
anxiety.
Y'all need to get nerfed, bro. You cannot be that good, bro. Like, nah.
Yeah. And then the female side, I want to say Becca took it last year, but she was out of state.
Got it,
Normally
got it.
the in state the year before, I want to say it was Summer Price.
Cool, cool, cool.
But nobody from no females from in state competed last year, so Becca
Roger,
kind of
Roger.
pulled in there. Well, cool. We're gonna move to yeah. We'll keep kind of talking about the comps and training, brother. So I see you. You're training a lot. It sounds like you do a lot of solo training. I kind of have in here. How often are you going after it? But it looks like all the time.
All the time. Yeah, no. Like I'm in my off season now. Um, so I'm not training all that much. Like today I got out and trained and it was honestly more of like a teaching lesson for me, I would say. Like I kind of got up there to like knock some rust off and keep things sharp, but like Ashley coming down from New York. I was trying to like give as many pointers as I could without being overwhelming. Um, Dude, she's got raw talent, bro. Like
Yeah,
raw talent. It was really cool watching her climb. Um, it's like, oh yeah, like I'll climb every once in a while now, like on the weekend. I mean, I'll try to do every weekend if I'm not too tired. Just do like masters, work climbs, AR. But other than that, but like leading up to the season, um, so last year I overtrained last year to a point like everything hurt, everything hurt. And my overtraining was I was climbing 5 days out of the week. And that was like hard training. Like I'm gonna go as hard as like I would go to one of my trees set up wherever I'm at, right? And um I would stay there until I felt like I got better. Um, and oftentimes it was, I mean, it was after work, but oftentimes I was climbing well into the dark. Um, and doing that 5 days out of the week, it really did some damage to my body. Like I had both tennis elbow and golfer's elbow, and that affected me in my production setting. Um, so I went from overtraining to this year. I took it way back, way back. I was only doing 3 days out of the week. And what I was doing, I wasn't going for reps. Um, I actually took this from you. You said you guys are doing 5 work climbs. So I would do 5 work climbs and only 5 work climbs. But they would be intense work climbs.
Yeah.
Um, like we're going for it, you know? Um, um, and I do that, uh, 3 days out of the work week. And then on the weekends, I'll do masters and aerial rescue. But like, let's just say, like, if I wanted to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then by the time Wednesday comes around, I'm really tired. Like, I'll go to my work climb setup, and I won't run the routes. I won't go for the bells. I'll I'll work on like each individual bell and do it until I feel like I can't get it wrong. And I'll do that for, I don't know, like an hour, maybe just 45 minutes, just keeping my body moving, keeping like everything fresh, making sure that I'm not overworking things. Um, which it clearly paid off in this competition season because I felt way better than I did last year, and I had less time in the saddle with preparation. Um, uh, So yeah, and most of the time it's by myself when I'm training. But I'll take my GoPro and I'll hang it in random places through the tree just so I can get angles of my movements. And we
Hmm.
touched up on this a little bit. Like I said, I'll look at the film and I'll sometimes I could be a little harsh on myself, like that's not what that should look like. Like that doesn't look good. And I'll run it until it feels good, as opposed to like last year, like I would run it until like it was good. Like I wasn't gonna kill myself with overworking, like all right,
Yeah.
we'll live to fight another day. Um, and that's been working out well for me. But this year, next year, competition season, I'm gonna add more weight room into it because this year I was a little bit heavy. I was walking around like I've been walking around anywhere between 210, 220 and 215. Um, and like I want to be around 198, 205, floating between that weight. So
Yeah.
I'll do more weight room in the winter, um, just to maintain good form, good shape. And then by the time, comp season starts rolling up, I'll go back to the same regiment, 3 days throughout the work week, and then spend the weekends running masters, and aerial rescue. And that's been my approach to it, and I like it. I like it. It's hard to do it by yourself and not beat yourself up about it, about what you're doing.
Yeah.
Oftentimes you're like, am I doing enough? Like what's everyone else doing? Like, is this enough for me to, be a competitive individual?
Yeah. And
Um,
you need someone there for the feedback too. Like when I train with depending on who I'm training with, I prefer training with Ben because Ben and I will be honest with each other. And because we've got a lot of new climbers, which I'm stoked, we've got a lot of new climbers getting interested in it, but they'll come and train with us. And I remember I did aerial rescue once with them and I looked and someone gave me a 50 and I was like, dude, there's no way in hell. There's no way, bro. But like if I go train with Ben, like he'll be honest with me. Like, and it's kind of the same with him. And I'm sure these dudes are being, you know, they this is what they see. They haven't seen anything outside of us. So like you might think it's great, but then you go and see someone else's rescue, like Anna's sound amazing. I enjoy watching Earhart's rescues and Inman's rescues. Sean's rescues are fun. Fletcher's rescues are fun.
yeah,
It's so it's different. That's the thing. Training by yourself's great to a degree. You're just missing that good feedback.
yeah. Oh yeah, dude, for sure. And you're limited to just your own imagination, dude. Like you're very limited. You're just like this season, I was like, dude, I hope I've been doing the right thing in my training sessions.
Yeah,
I was like really nervous because like it's been so much time by myself. I'm like, dude, am I doing the right thing? Like what?
Yeah.
You know,
'Cause the best things I've been able to train for by myself is, like, throw line. I'll do that all day by myself.
yeah.
Ascent's not bad. Sometimes I'll get home and I'm not too beat up, too tired. I've been running a lot here lately, which has been helpful, especially in rescue at Southern. Um, I've I'll take phone calls while I'm out running and stuff, so I gotta, like, run while talking on the phone, which
Mm.
was kinda nice for rescue this year. They're like, "Yeah, your audibles and, like, just talking." Like, you were talking, climbing, swinging, talking, just doing your thing, and there's like it didn't look stressful. And I was like,
Yeah, that's
I
sounds like a
talk
good rescue right there, bro.
yeah, I was like, I talk to the homies while I'm out running in the morning. Like, it's not bad, and a since one, I'll train by myself. Yeah, if I'm not too burnt out when I get home,
Oh man, ascent, bro.
I'll just do 55 foot over and over and over till
I have a
burnout.
love-hate relationship with the ascent event, man.
Yeah,
Um,
dude, like, this year at rescue, I was happy with everything I did, and then Southern was a little rough. Yeah, that changing out for that magneto, I shouldn't have did that because I've never practiced ascent time, and I was practicing ascent time hard. I was practicing that launch, that initial step, and then that yeah. But I've been doing it all with the micro beaner like usual, and then switched out
yeah,
for that magneto. I shouldn't have did that.
yeah. Lesson learned, dude. Yeah, dude, trainings look so different for me over the past 3 years. Like, I remember last year when I was doing my like sessions, I would focus so much on the relationship with my runner and my rope. Like, because if you don't have that down, you're not gonna make fluid movement. You know, now that I
Yeah,
have that down, I'm like I can it's like chapters, you know, it's like one I don't really know where to begin in these chapters. I kind of just went about it with like I'm gonna work on my shoulder placement. I'm gonna work on pushing. I'm gonna work on catching and shooting or whatever, you know.
yeah,
And that could all that chapter could last you like a whole 2 months, you know, and like shoot, like I don't even know what the next chapter is for me because I'm in the off season. It's probably
yeah,
I don't know, uh but like the ascent event, I used to train set up with like everything, and I'm like I felt so silly, bro. I felt so silly doing it. Like I did it for like so like with my thing with the ascent event, I my first two or three what ascents or whatever, I kicked out all the time. So like I would practice like my form to where I just couldn't kick out. And then it ended up working that like I was like half decent at the ascent event. Um, and then I didn't really ever care for like the setup and stuff. Still don't really care for it. It just rubs me the wrong way that we have to do the setup and rush to put life support on and then like what I mean whatever, bro.
yeah,
Like
yeah. I think we've talked about that. Like, I think that not necessarily. I mean, I think it's the speed of the ascent that really matters. I do kind of
yeah,
think it's fun that if
absolutely.
you put in those extra steps, you can get some points. But I much prefer just make sure you get everything on safely and then get up that
Yeah.
tree as fast as you can.
It's just, dude, there are
That's the,
fast people out there, bro. Like there are
that's the thing
fast
with
people out there.
rescue that's been so wild is we talked about this too not long ago is the connecting with a single load device, and I cannot. I even asked at Southern this year when we were doing walkthroughs. I was like talking with the head judge. I was like, "Hey, if I choose to connect with the victim with a rope runner, or let's say just a stationary or a single load device in general, what's that going to look like?" And he was like, "We're tree climbers." And I was like, "Say no more, dude. Say no more." Like, if we're doing our inspections the way I granted, we're working on a script and we're trying to blow through a rescue in 5 minutes, which is outrageous. Um, I could see getting to the victim within 5 minutes, but not completing an entire rescue in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like these are like we're doing our tree inspections, we're doing gear inspections, we're doing our patient assessments, we're checking our tie-ins. Like, why am I concerned? And yeah, I was telling you, like, if this is a concern, why isn't that victim on a two-man load device as well? Because who am I? Like, I could mess this up just as well.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
that's just kind of my opinion with it.
No,
Now,
yeah, makes
let's
sense.
say if we're in a sequestered rescue for a non-sanctioned event and they've got these 10, 13-minute rescues, then yeah, heck yeah, I could see being able to pull that off in that time frame, being able to bring up another device or doing a pick off. But I don't know, the blending of industries, it bugs me. That's one of the big things I love about tree work. That's the big thing I loved about skateboarding is being your own, and I feel like it's being chiseled and chipped away, and it's like, nah, dude, like there's freedom in climbing, and this is dope. This is amazing what we have. Leave it be. Leave it be. Let us
Yeah,
have
dude.
this.
Preach, bro. Preach.
But if they change it, then I'll figure it out. It's like
Uh,
if the push is to do it, then they want to see us on two-man load devices. I was practicing with my reflex just in case.
yeah. Dude, I don't, that reflex, bro. That's another one I got a love-hate relationship with, dude. I
Dude,
was using it for rescues. I like it. It's cool. It doesn't last. It does not last, bro. Like, I can't get, it doesn't work for me anymore. It doesn't work.
the
Like,
moving rope, like I love it in production. That is a production device for me. Like most of the time when I'm in production now, I'm probably on my reflex because I switched from moving rope to stationary rope so much. And then it's funny with stationary rope, I actually like it with the rope wrench better. Like I'll will run it with an 11.5, but I'll still slap a rope wrench on it, and it feels so much better. So
are you rocking it with a short tether or like a regular?
I don't know if I can say, but yeah, yeah. I'm running
Yeah.
the Carolink tether with the Apex.
Dude, we're tree climbers, bro.
Yeah, well, the people were breaking that down too, as far as the manual, and it's like
Oh,
they're like they specifically say an Apex and not a rope wrench. You
yeah.
got to run it
Cool.
with an Apex and not a rope wrench. And then somebody was saying because the pictures are not with a Carolink tether. But I like it with the wrench, dude. It's smooth. It's butter.
I don't know.
I'm just not
I
as if
was
I take that wrench away though, I'm not fluid with it.
Dude, dude, like out of the box, I used it and I couldn't even feel it. And like by that, it just like it was good. It just operated the way I needed it to operate. And then like 2 months later, it's not holding my weight on my ropes.
Oh, it's slipping
Um,
on you.
dude, yeah. And now like I don't even use it anymore. I kind of just like reserve it for rescue if the rope's over 11.7 millimeters, 11.7
Well, they
millimeters.
say that you got to there's something with the EN ratings as well. You need like a EN rated rope, which the square is EN rated. I don't know if you've tried it on a square.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's one of the ropes that I would pair it
It's
with.
slipping on you.
Oh, dude, what? Crazy, bro.
Dang.
Crazy. Yeah. Like I don't, and I hardly got any time on it. You know, it's a bummer. Like it was nice. It was cool. It was chill. But keep
Dude,
in mind, I'm 220 pounds and you know my climbing
yeah.
style. I'm running through ropes. So it's like I'm
I'm
chewing through metal, you know?
I'm sitting at 180 right now. I've been running my face off and working a bunch in this heat. I'm trying to get down to like 170 and see how that feels. Well, I'm trying to
You can
get
do
some
it.
points on Plum Bob, dog.
Yeah, I hear it,
Sacrifices for
bro.
the game. I'm gonna
I
sacrifice
hear it.
the. But dude, we'll yeah. So you said you don't really know what's next for you right now.
Competition wise, no, I mean I got Wreck the River, you know,
Yeah, you
that's
got
coming
Wreck the
up
River coming up.
in 2 weeks, which I'm super stoked for. Other than that, I got some other things in the works, but you know, it's all pending.
Mhm.
Um, so nah, nothing. I kind of am happy that I'm not looking to do much right now. You know,
Going.
I love tree work more just as much as I love competition. You know, so me hammering out production, you know, that fills my cup up. You know, um, so.
All right,
So yeah,
brother. Well,
I'm in work mode right now, like grind mode right now.
well, maybe I'll see you at Wreck the River. I'm gonna make a decision probably by the end of this week.
Bro, do it, bro. Do it.
Dude, that's
Send
been
it.
one on my list. I've been wanting to hit. I think last year I was on vacation when it was happening. This year is a little rough. I had between my hand, and then I went on vacation after that. And then when I got back, I just trained for Southern for 2 days before I dipped out to Nashville. So I missed out on like 3 weeks of work then, more like four, almost a month. And yeah, I might try to go up there because I want to hang out with Todd and
Make it happen, bro. Seriously, it'd be
yeah,
really cool to spend some more
he's
time with you.
he's a good dude. And then he supported us at Soda City, so I gotta try to repay that favor.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So, any final advice for some new climbers out there, competition climbers, or just new climbers in general?
New climbers in general. Um, shoot. Uh, yeah, go get it. Um,
Hmm.
if you, yeah, if you want it bad enough, you'll make it happen. Don't wait for another person to give you the green light. I know I didn't. Uh, yeah, man.
I was just thinking of. Did you ever watch that movie Blades of Glory?
Blades of Glory. Is that with the do they have like afros? Not afros.
No, I think you're thinking
Oh,
semi-pro.
Will Ferrell?
Yeah, Will Ferrell's in it, and
Okay,
then
yeah.
John Heder. It just made me think of John Heder's character. If you can dream it, you can do it.
Oh yeah, yeah, dude. Yeah. No, but for real. Yeah. Ask questions. Reach out to people that are better than you. Um, and push your limits. Push your limits. It's the only way you'll grow. But given that we are working in trees, try to be as safe as you can about it. Um, but don't let other people set a standard for what you can be as a individual. That's in tree climbing and outside of tree climbing. So
Heck yeah, brother. Well, you mentioned it earlier too. Like when I first saw climbing, it was pretty funny. When I got introduced to tree climbing, my buddy called me from high school and was like, "Yeah, you should come and climb trees with me." He was a foreman at a company already, and I was like, "People climb trees? I thought that they would just like fell it in the cheapest direction and figure it out later." And I went out and did kind of like a working interview, and it blew my mind seeing what those crews were up to, and I had never fathomed that I would be where I'm at now. Like if you would ask me at that time, I'd be like, "There's no way," and I've
dude.
stuck with it, and I'm pretty happy with where I'm at. Can always be better though.
Yeah.
Can always do better and be better. Well, cool, man. Where can everybody find you? You're on Instagram. You're on Facebook.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Facebook, Valentine Junior Brito. My dad's got the same name. So if y'all see Valentine Brito on like pages and stuff, saying things, that's my pops. And
Yeah,
yeah. So
I'm
look
not.
for the junior, look for the junior, all right?
I'm gonna have to
Um,
find him and go thank him. Like you've raised an awesome son, awesome friend.
cool, yeah. But Valentine Junior Brito on Facebook, which I've been using a lot more lately. Um, but on Instagram, you can find me at 203 underscore climber, 203 climber. Yeah. Yeah, shoot me a message if you guys have any questions with anything. I'm always happy to, spread some game. And I love talking trees. Yeah, what's that thing that they made for this? Yeah, the August Haneke quote there.
Awesome, brother. Well, I appreciate you coming on. Thank you for giving up, man. We've been on over. Yeah, we're at 2 hours now.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, we'll have to do another one soon. We'll have to drum up the Soda City crew and see if we can get all of us on.
Yo, that would be fun, bro. Heck yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a hoot. It'd be a hoot. But appreciate you again, dude, and I'll talk with you soon.
Absolutely, bro. Looks like we got some heat rolling in over here. I don't know about you, but stay hydrated out there.
Oh, dude, yeah, yeah, that's a good thing to add in there. We're about to be probably triple digits next week, like all week.
Oh God,
So
bro.
the heat
Yeah.
index is going to be substantially higher. Typically, when we're at like 95 degrees, the heat index is 110.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
have a feeling we'll be hitting like 115 heat index.
Definitely got to remind those people around you that staying hydrated happens like the day before, you
Oh,
know.
dude, yeah.
If you're
Those
thirsty,
are
too late, bro.
yeah, those are the weeks I like start my morning out with coffee and then straight to electrolytes. So I
Yeah.
gotta have
Heck yeah.
coffee, get electrolytes, and then just start drinking water, pickle juice.
Yeah, bro. This is like three t-shirts a day kind of weather, bro.
Oh,
You
dude,
know.
that's funny. We used to my first company, we would pack 3 shirts. I would wear a shirt and I would pack 2 shirts in my bag. And depending on the heat that day, we used to call it waving the green flag because we wore green shirts. It was Kelly Green. That was the company's color. And you would pass our chip trucks down the road. And I carried the extra shirts because I would switch in between jobs and hang my shirt on the chipper. So there would just be a gang of green shirts blowing off the chipper to go to the next job site. And once we get to the job site, it was just like switch from your clean one back to that one.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, we
Oh
pulled through
yeah.
like 3 shirts a day. I'd bring extra socks.
Bro, dude, the amount of laundry that we have to do, bro, get
Yeah,
out of here.
one
Now imagine
crew.
you're going to the gym after too. Now you got your work fit, you got your gym fit. You got
Yeah,
so much stuff you got to shove through the washer, dude.
yeah, man. And chafing, I felt bad. There was a group of dudes. They had anti-chafe kits they'd bring out. Like one of them was funny. The trucks had air brakes and air seats. I remember one morning they were pre-tripping and they dropped the seat down. They took the air out of the seat to lower it. It landed on top of was that baby powder? It lit up. The whole truck was just white with baby powder. I was like,
That's
goodness,
funny.
dude. Times are rough. Yeah, times are rough. And the humidity in that truck, it's all just gonna stick.
Oh
It's
God.
gonna stick to the dash, the steering wheel. Well, all right, brother. Well, I appreciate you again, man, and we'll catch up. All
Yeah, bro. Absolutely. Yeah, thanks for having me on.
right, have a good night, dude.
Yeah, bro. I'll talk to you.
Later.
Peace.